It's been, I mean, nearly 5 years ago, the derecho. Hard to believe. It devastated our community, literally touching every property within our city limits in some way, shape, or form. And we knew that recovery would be long term, that it was going to be an all hands on deck effort, not just at the time, but continuing on for decades to replace what we lost that one day in 45 minutes' time. So our celebration today really does mark another meaningful chapter in that journey, and it's proof of what can be possible when a community comes together with its public partners as well as its private partners with intentionality, purpose, and care. And that's why we're excited to share that with our latest America in Bloom grant and the continued support of our incredibly engaged downtown Schmid partners, we planted 26 new trees right here on this symbolic property where we literally converge east and west sides of our great city. So in addition to strengthening our environment with cleaner air, we know all the benefits of trees can bring, and a live and bright canopy. This also does support our work of our longer term downtown vision plan here in the heart of our city, bringing new energy and what we know will be activity and everyday use to Mays Island. We're also proud to cut the ribbon, as I mentioned, on our new Cedar Rapids sign. Anybody had their picture taken yet there? Who has plans to take their picture there? I'll see every hand up there, I hope. We're really proud to partner with the Downtown Schmid on this effort. They funded this, and it was actually their vision to move forward with this. We stopped waiting for permission, friends, and the Downtown Schmid just went ahead and did it, and we're so grateful. We installing it on a new ADA accessible platform that was built by the city, ensuring that everybody can have their picture taken by that sign. It's just the beginning of the visual enhancements and more on Mays Island. The space activations that we have planned for downtown and Mays Island, from public art and wayfinding to festival-ready streetscapes. Each project is going to bring new life to our urban city center while advancing the goals of our downtown vision and action plan, which is embracing the river, activating downtown, and ultimately improving connectivity for our friends and neighbors here. With events like Summer in the Square happening all this week, all summer, has already drawn hundreds per day downtown this summer, and our collaborative efforts are already creating vibrant, active spaces where our community connect, celebrate, and enjoy what we like to call the fifth season here in Cedar Rapids. And certainly nobody does this work alone, as you can see. So thank you to our city council members, those of you who are here, Councilmember Ann Poe and others, our city manager for his leadership in guiding our city, and it's a renewed commitment over and over to our great city, and those community partners, CRBT, James Klein, and so many others here in our downtown Schmid that are making these possible. And of course, a special thanks to America in Bloom, CN Railway, and the Downtown Schmid for turning those grant dollars into living trees and ultimately civic pride, and for believing in a greener and stronger Cedar Rapids. So because of you, our city literally continues to grow, both as a canopy and as a community. So thank you very much to all of you for being here, and it's now my pleasure to turn the microphone over to City Manager Pomerantz.
Thank you, Mayor. Great seeing everybody here. I got lots of pages of things to share, but I'm not going to do that because I'm just really excited about today and just everything you're seeing. But we see our beautiful sign that the mayor's talked about, but it's going to be a great symbol. Pretty soon we're going to have our beautiful Tree of Five Seasons Park complete. You know, it's part of our flood protection program, but another place to take pictures and enjoy the beauty of Cedar Rapids. But it really is a time where we're actually not just talking about things, but we're doing. And that's really exciting and really appreciated. So when we began discussions after the downtown master plan was complete with the Schmid, and we talked, one of the first things about this sign. So I just think it's really a great symbol, not just of the words Cedar Rapids, but of our community, of our togetherness, and our ability to make things happen. And this is just the beginning. So thank you, James, and thank you, Caleb, and the entire Schmid group for everything that you've done and will do for the future. Obviously, when the derecho occurred, we lost tremendous resources within the city, mostly in the area of trees. And we've been working really hard to replant. And this is just one very, very small piece of that, these 26 trees, but we're planting thousands of trees across this community. And Clark McLeod is also now working on a new initiative for planting of trees on private property. So we're going to bring our tree canopy back. It's going to take a little bit, but we're making progress. And now we have a whole new problem of people calling and saying, I think the tree in front of my house may be dying. So we got a few of those, not many, but we're keeping an eye on that as well. But overall, just seeing our canopy come back, seeing our trees come back, seeing this new commitment to downtown it's really an exciting time in the city of Cedar Rapids, and it's really a good feeling for me and the members of our city council and our mayor to say we're about action. We've had a lot of plans, we've got new plans, but we're now wanting to make things happen in our great community of Cedar Rapids. The mayor mentioned our partners such as CN Railway. They've helped us out on a number of projects. We have lots to do with our CN Railway, and they have been very committed, not just to providing the service they provide, but to helping build and rebuild our community. And of course, our entire partnership with Trees Forever is something we greatly value. And then America in Bloom. And this organization has helped us out before. It's not the first time that American Bloom has been here, and it's really a symbol also of just the commitment of your organization to our great city. So working together, again, it's a time of action, and the mayor reminds us of this all the time. It's time to make things happen, get things done, move things forward. Planning is phenomenal. We've got great plans. Now we're ready for implementation, and we have a number of examples of that all of us can point to. So thank you again, all of our partners. We're excited to again begin this new partnership of doing and making things happen and moving things forward. We have not just the sign, but our beautiful area happens to be above our city parking structure that has been a tremendous resource for the city. But I hope that we will, in the future, put this area to better utilization, because it's a beautiful, beautiful area. It's right in the downtown area where we're trying to develop and redevelop. And happened to be with the EA trip, a number of us were there, and went to the sculpture garden in Washington, D.C. And my wife and I were looking at all the unique, beautiful artwork, and here I see the thinker. But this wasn't a thinker like we've seen before. It was a very unique structure. But more importantly, I looked down, and where did this come from? Who paid for this beautiful thinker sculpture? Well, it was Mr. Papa John from Des Moines. And so my thought at that time was we know what he did in Des Moines, but also I think there'll be a lot of people that are going to want to contribute to more improvements, sculpture parks, artwork, murals for downtown, and I look forward to working with all of you to help move that forward. So with that, thanks again. It's a great day for CR. We're excited. We're in a really, as I said, mode of making things happen. And so to join me, and we'll want to welcome Dr. Marvin Miller, who's been here before and very supportive of Cedar Rapids. And Dr. Miller is the treasurer and chair of the America in Bloom Grant Committee. So thank you, Doctor. Please.
Thank you, and it is a pleasure to be back in Cedar Rapids. A few minutes before we started, I was talking and remembered that we actually were here a few years ago for tree replanting, but we also were supposed to be involved back in 2008 when you had the flood. And it was the Hughes family, Hughes Nursery, that really wanted to get Cedar Rapids involved with America in Bloom. So what is America in Bloom? And I will let the next speaker explain that, but I want to give you a little bit of the background behind America in Bloom. America in Bloom was started by the horticulture industry because we know about this thing we call the power of plants. And we see that right here in this park. We see it all over town in other ways. But when we talk about the power of plants, we've grouped a lot of those individual benefits that plants offer into three categories. The first being environmental benefits. And we certainly all know that plants produce oxygen, the air we breathe, and that's just the beginning. Environmental benefits talk about all kinds of amelioration of pollution, whether that's light, wind, or even water pollution, other pollutions. We talk about the economic benefits, and we see that right here. Plants bring people to places, and we see that whether it's shopping districts, they improve property values. We see all kinds of economic benefits. People like to go to parks, walk in the woods. Those are all economic benefits of plants. And we see health and well-being benefits. People enjoy being out in nature. And plants are part of how we started. If you go back to the Bible, it was in the garden. And that's still something that we all like to go to today. So we talk about the power of plants. And the horticulture industry recognized that there were a number of organizations around the world. We had one in Canada, still have it, called Communities in Bloom. That's fine. Community, oh, it sounds better now. I'm sorry, I should have known. Communities in Bloom in Canada, but we also have Britain in Bloom. We have a French program, Ville Villager Fleury, Tidy Towns of Ireland. A number of other European countries have in Bloom programs as well. And we've seen even in Asia some in Bloom programs. So it was the horticulture industry that really wanted to get something in the States to imitate, copy, whatever you want to say, to bring that message forward to Americans. So we were happy to get involved. We are 25 years old this year. And to speak more about that, I'd like to introduce our CEO, Laura Kunkel, who will come up and give you a little more history up to date about America in Bloom.
Good morning. I'm Laura Kunkel. I am the Executive Director / CEO of America in Bloom, nationally headquartered in Columbus, Ohio, which is where I live. I think I got the memo on the red shirt. So I've only been in Cedar Rapids for about 30 minutes, and I've already fallen in love, so put me on payroll, because I'm going to be a great ambassador to you, okay? It's lovely here. I wish I had been able to come the past times that your community has been involved in America in Bloom. As Marvin mentioned, we've been around for 25 years, and I've been around since day one. America in Bloom believes that flowers, plants, trees, parks, and green spaces can create beautiful and vibrant communities. We think that heritage preservation is important even as we look to the future. We think that environmental initiatives are critical. We have to take care of our natural assets. And we also think that great things happen when volunteers come together. And we see that through a whole bunch of volunteers here today. Wonderful things happen in communities when people work together to make their places better. We offer a lot of programs with America in Bloom, but the one that we're celebrating today is our grant program that we do in collaboration with the CN Railway. Unfortunately, they could not be here today, so I do bring greetings on their behalf as well. Disappointed they couldn't be here. They like to celebrate with the communities these grant projects. So CN came to us in 2014. They bought up a bunch of U.S. rail lines and came to America in Bloom and asked if we would administer a grant program on their behalf, similar to one they have in Canada. And we were really honored because there's thousands of nonprofits out there, right? And so we were really honored that they came to America in Bloom and asked if we would administer the grant program on their behalf. to award beautification and these types of grants to communities along their rail corridor. So they entrust us to be good stewards of their money, and then we trust you to be good stewards. And certainly this is a project where you are wonderful stewards of the money. It's a competitive grant program. We only offer 10 grants a year, and there's a lot of cities along these rail corridors that want the money, that need the money. But we can only offer 10. And so I do want to congratulate Relief Cedar Rapids for putting together a remarkable application. It was a no-brainer when the committee read it. Of course, we want to help improve your tree canopy. The derecho was devastating, and we want to be a small part of helping you revive your tree canopy. Again, it's a real pleasure to be here. I can't wait to come back sometime. I saw the brewery sign. I'm a sort of a brewery snob, so you'll find me there. I'll be in the red shirt, of course. Anyway, it's a real pleasure to be here, and now I'd like to introduce James Klein. He is the chair of the Downtown Cedar Rapids. Thank you so much, everybody.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is James Klein. By day, I'm the president and CEO of Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust here in Cedar Rapids, but then it's my pleasure to serve as the chair of the Downtown District, which is really a Downtown Schmidt. I have three things to say today. The first one is I want to explain what a Downtown Schmidt is, because most people don't understand. Second, I want to talk about the team that makes all of this happen. And then third, wrap it up with our Downtown Vision Plan, which is driving all this. So the first thing, a Downtown Schmidt just means downtown, and then SSMID, which means self-supporting municipal improvement district. So the businesses that are in this downtown district, we vote and elect to pay an extra tax. And with that tax revenue, we pool it all together and try to make downtown vibrant, have lots of great things, safe, clean, and those types of things. So I'm fortunate to be up here today as a chair, but we have several commissioners here today that volunteer their time, pay an extra tax just to make our downtown great. So thank you to the commissioners of the Downtown Schmidt. The second thing is the team that actually makes it happen each day. So I think there's at least 4 of you here today. Caleb, who is our executive director, who came from Central Iowa last year. Jennifer, who is also joining Caleb and drives a ton of stuff. I'll come back to her in a minute. I think Caleb and Evan are here. So these, and then I think we have some supporting cast too, but these are the folks that I remember the mayor saying to me 3 or 4 years ago, we need somebody to wake up and think about downtown Cedar Rapids every day. And at that time, we probably didn't have a clear vision. Now we have a clear vision, and we have 2 excellent leaders that are waking up every day thinking about downtown Cedar Rapids, and their impact is being felt for sure. So kudos to you guys. As part of that, I am going to call out Jennifer over here. Yeah. So we did this downtown vision plan, which I'll talk about in a minute. But one thing was just, how do we activate Mays Island? And I tell you, it was like one day we had a discussion about a sign. And I was like, what are you even talking about, Jennifer? And before I knew it, like the next week, she had a drawing of it. Here's what we're going to do, blah, blah, blah. She took this idea and just owned it and made it happen. And I'm sure if you're on Facebook or any social media, you've seen a ton of PR with the Cedar Rapids sign. And as the mayor and city manager said, it's going to be the starting piece for a really, really neat sculpture park here. So, Jennifer, you made it happen with the sign. Thank you. And then the last thing to wrap up is the Downtown Vision Plan. You've seen it in the newspaper. We try to give regular updates to the council and those types of things. But about 2 years ago, the City of Cedar Rapids, the Downtown District, the Economic Alliance, and 2001 Development each pitched in money, and we hired a consultant. How can we make downtown great again? And because of that plan, we now have a standing monthly meeting where we talk about the plan. We do updates. We have a ton of accountability. And as City Manager Pomerantz said, we're taking action. It's, enough planning. Let's get something going. So today, the trees and the sign, I think, are a great symbol of let's get going, let's do action. And we have a wonderful downtown. Many of you might not know, we're back to pre-COVID traffic levels in our downtown, which is kind of unheard of in America. So we have a great, thriving downtown, but we're going to amplify it and make it even better. So thanks for everybody's support. Thanks to the commissioners for being here, the Downtown Schmidt. Thanks for our partnership with the city. We're thankful for you. Yep. Okay, so that concludes the regular remarks. Two things we'd like to do now. We're going to step over here and get a photo in front of some of the trees. And then right after that, we will go up to the Cedar Rapids sign and do a ribbon cutting. And everyone's welcome to join. Okay, thank you.
So if I can have the speakers come this way, please.
If anybody else wants to come up this way, we can start going this way.
Watch the step there.
Hey, how are you? I'm good.
How are you doing? Be careful here.
Yep, yep.
Awesome.
Well, March, so very recent. They
Instead of the Canadian railway.
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's like you're hard at work.
Close. What of a storm?
Shut this down. It's a big city, but it's definitely. They do a lot of work with. Oh yes.
In Des Moines. Okay. So a lot of our people that are in Des Moines oftentimes end up in Columbus, or
I
vice
have a friend
versa.
who works at Nationwide, and often she travels